Hi, Mom.
Hi, babe. How are you?
You're like never in videos.
I know, because I'm never here.
We talked about price already too.
Did you? My mom's coming over to watch Bear because I gotta go to Home Depot to go get wood. So, and I got Bear.
Yeah.
Well, Mama's babysitting. What's up?
Where you get wood?
All the cars.
Building a bar for the podcast. I'm turning my living room into a bar, bro. Like full blown. Like I want it to be like a bar.
S10 bar.
Yeah, hey, they don't know that yet. That's a surprise.
S14s or S13s. It's gonna be an S10.
I got a Chevrolet mom.
Right, you do. 396
Every-
Chevelle.
Yeah, they're missing the Honda content for sure. But anyhow, speaking of Chevys, we're getting ready to take the S10, go pick up some wood from Home Depot. So this will be its first voyage since we got it running again. You better stay running too, you son of a bitch. Got all the wood that I think that I'm gonna need. Very well, maybe might have to possibly go get more. I don't know. I did a bunch of measurements and pulled a tape measure and this and that and try to kind of figure out on paper how much wood I would need. And I think I got enough, but my luck. Anyhow, I ended up going to Lowe's. I don't normally like going to Lowe's, but I remember the last time that I went to go buy wood, Home Depot was like sold out, where you go to Lowe's and that place is like vacant, bro. It's like nobody shops there. So I figured it would have been a much easier task to get in and out if I went to Lowe's, in which it most certainly ended up being. But now, since we are running out of daylight already, like, God, I feel like my day just started and it's already getting dark. But I need a very, very important piece to the puzzle for making this bar. And I better get it before the sun goes down, and it's out back. And we're gonna need this. Yes, the long bed off of that spare truck out there is literally the only piece that I'm probably not gonna end up using because my truck is a short bed. So I was gonna post it up for sale, and I mean, honestly, what am I gonna make off of it? Really, it doesn't matter, man. I mean, even if I was able to get somebody to give me 500 bucks for that bed, I think this is a freaking dope ass idea. So the idea here, obviously, is I'm gonna make a bar out of the bed of that truck. So I cut it down to, I forget what it was. I think it's like 23 inches. I want the top is basically gonna be 24 inches deep by 6 feet wide. So the top of the bar is actually going to stick out past the bed. I think just under 6 inches on each side. So the bed is going to sit just kind of underneath the edge all the way around, you know what I'm saying? But then we also have to build like a base on the bottom that the bed is gonna sit on, so it's up off the ground. And that's where I'm gonna start at, man. I'm gonna start with making the bottom portion of it. Basically, I looked up like on average what the height of a bar is, and I guess it's somewhere between 40 to 42 inches. So what I'm gonna do is make this thing 42 inches tall. I think I'm Well, I'm hoping that I'm not getting ahead of myself. I really should have like found some bar stools first so I can kind of measure and make sure that I make the bar at a comfortable height for whatever bar stools we end up getting. But I don't know. I think if we just get the bar done, I'm gonna do it to like the standard height of what most bars are, between 40 to 42 inches. I don't know. I've become like a bar expert, bro. I've been doing a bunch of research on it. I mean, this thing isn't gonna be crazy fancy. You seen, I got a bunch of 2x4 from Lowe's, you know what I'm saying? So this is gonna be basically fabricated out of 2x4. And then I'm gonna sand it, and I don't know if we're gonna stain it or if we're gonna paint it, like one or the other, just kind of make it look cool. But I'm gonna do my best, just kind of make it look like a dope piece. I mean, it's gonna be a bar that's gonna sit in my living room that we're gonna do a podcast at, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so I'm gonna have to change this. I was putting this 4x4 on both ends, and then I was gonna run like a piece going across this way that I can build up and just basically build a box that this thing is gonna sit down on. But the problem is, like, this is gonna be the backside. Like, this would be like where our knees are at, you know what I'm saying, whenever you're sitting at a bar stool. I completely forgot that I cut it like this for now, but I want to come back and I want to trim this probably straight down right here and maybe like round it kind of like that and then back up. So I want this area right here to be open, so whenever you're like sitting behind it, like you're able to kind of get close to the freaking bar top, and your legs will have a place to go, you know what I mean? Otherwise we'd be bumping our knees and everything into that the entire time. So definitely gonna take a little bit more figuring, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this piece back off. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna have to take this off and maybe do two pieces just going straight right here on both ends. So then I'll have some room that I can cut that metal away. I don't know, I'll get it figured out. I'm gonna go ahead and try to brainstorm and figure out the box, like this bottom section right here. And then I'll pick the camera back up and update you. All right, a couple hours later, and a plate of carne asada fries from DoorDash later. But anyhow, this is what I've gotten so far. So this is basically like the stool, I guess you can call it, that the bed of the truck is actually gonna sit on. And I was able to figure out a way to leave, this is gonna be the backside, leave this open. So I can go ahead and trim that metal back, so I could trim the metal back and then we won't have to worry about our knees hitting it, you know what I'm saying? So my idea, well, a portion of this. So this is gonna be sitting like kind of where the bumper would be on that. So like the whole thing isn't like exposed. I think it's just like a little portion of it. But anyhow, my idea here is just to run 2x4s like all the way along, you know, on the sides and on the face, and that's basically gonna be like the look. So, but I would like to take a sander and just kind of like bevel the edges, just go through and like sand it for one to get it all nice and smooth, but also to like bevel the edges and kind of round the edges over, so where they butt up next to each other, it has like a beveled look and it's not just butting up and just being square and flat with one another. So it just gives it a little bit more dimension. I think that would just look a lot nicer than just butting a bunch of 2x4s up together, you know what I'm saying? But anyhow, I think what I need to do first is go ahead and try it on the bed. I haven't tried it on there to make sure that it fits yet. I kind of started assembling all this on the bed, but like I'm taking measurements and I'm trying to put stuff on there and screw it in, and like there's little gaps between the boards and everything. It was driving me freaking nuts, man. So I had to take everything off and then screw it all together with it off. And now I'm gonna try to put it back on. Hopefully it fits. Hell yeah. Freaking fits perfect, dude. I mean, of course it fits perfect, you know what I'm saying? You know? Alright, so there it is with all the boards cut, and on the ends here I just kind of did a staggered, like this one was longer, this one was shorter, and vice versa, just so it has kind of like a little bit of a cooler look on the corner. But that's pretty much it now. Before I sand, now what I have to do is go through, I got to get all the freaking tags off, obviously. I'm also going to sand off all the like printing and stuff that's on them, and bevel all the edges and everything. So this is what's going to take the longest. And if you see, I have it set up to where these will stick down a little bit further, so I'll go ahead and sand these and just kind of round them over also. The idea is so that, you know, there's 4 points in on the ground. Hopefully it doesn't like teeter around. If I have to, I'll go and get some little adjusters to screw into the bottom. Yeah, now I got to go and grab my sander out of the booth and everything. I am not looking forward to sanding this stuff, bro, especially inside of the garage. It's a good thing I got this though. It's a good thing. Alright, get to work. And my garage is officially full. Yeah, I got this thing all put together now, and I got all the edges like beveled like I was talking about. So now like all in between here, everything is sanded, like all the corners are all rounded. So try to show you at an angle. So it just gives it like a cooler look to it, you know what I'm saying? Rather than just being butted right up next to each other and being all square. Like you just kind of round it and bevel the edge. But anyhow, this is what the corner looks like right now. I haven't done anything to the corner. Like I wait till after I got it all screwed together so I can come back and sand this and kind of round it. I have this side almost done over here. So that is after hitting it with the grinder. Actually, I was just kind of using the grinder and beveling the corner right here and just rounding it, and makes everything like all flush and stuff. So just show you a better look at it. This right here, this spot that has screws in it, that I believe is going to be hidden by the bed. I think that's going to hang over it so you can't see it, but for the most part, I kept all the screws out of the face so that you don't have any ugly screw holes, you know what I'm saying? I have all the screws on the back side so you can't see any of that shit. So whenever we do decide whether we're gonna actually paint this or stain it, like it'll just look a little bit nicer not having a bunch of screw heads poking out. But here's another before. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take the grinder and round it all off. The next day, so we ended up getting the bottom portion all completed. Now we need to start working on the top portion, and this is going to be what's going to actually complete it and make it look like a bar, I think. So originally my idea was the top was gonna sit right on top of the bed right here. And like basically this would be the top of the bar. But in order to do that and this to have been up at 42 inches, we would have had to make the bottom a lot taller. And I thought maybe it would be cool just to separate like the gap, you know what I'm saying? The gap being this wood area. So instead of having a bar right here, I'm gonna have to actually build 2 2x4 lengths on top right here. So then we'll actually have a section of wood on top of the bed as well, and then the actual top of the bars. So yeah, so right now we're sitting at about 35 inches. Then, where's my 2x4? Then once we add about 2 2x4s length on top, that brings us right up to 42 inches, bro. Dead on 42. So, but there's one thing though, like that is going to be 42 inches, and then we still have to do the actual top sitting on top of it, so which will make it another 1.5 inches taller. So at the end this thing's going to end up being about 43.5 inches, which is a little bit taller than an average size bar, which is fine for me, dude. I honestly was going for it to be a little bit on the higher side because I don't know, I feel like I'd be more comfortable with the bars sitting up just ever so slightly higher. I mean, it's 1.5 inches, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get as far as I can. Basically, I'm gonna build the 2 2x4s for the top, and then I think we're probably gonna have to run down to Lowe's and go grab some more wood, because just as I thought, we're not gonna have enough. Alright, so this is where I'm at so far, man, and I'm actually kind of surprised. Like, I took a piece of wood and I sat it up here, and then I measured from the ground up to the bottom of this piece, and then to the ground up to the bottom, like front and back on all 4 corners. And dude, I mean, it is within 1/8 of an inch. I don't remember exactly what the measure was, but dude, it's like almost dead on square. But anyhow, moving on, I have these like little fence post pieces that I bought. My original idea, I thought I was going to use this as like a trim board around the bottom, in which I might still do that in the future. I don't know. I'm also thinking I might want to put wheels on it, but like, we can make little upgrades in the future, of course, you know, whenever I get into the house. If like I decide that I move this thing often enough that it would be like convenient to have wheels on it, then we'll cross that path whenever we come to it. But now what I'm wanting to do, I only have 2 pieces left like this. Okay, so I bought 2 of these boards and they were like that long, so I put them on the back and then backed it up with a 2x4 on the back side, because obviously the nature of the bed, since it's cut, it wanted to sag back here, so I needed to add a support so that I can bring the height of this up to the same height as this. So I should have recorded it, man, but I just got into the zone. I actually got my floor jack in here, and then I put the floor jack in the bed and then up to right here and jacked it up, like basically to get it level on both sides, and then I screwed this board in just to hold it, you know what I'm saying? But I have these drop pieces, and what I think I'm gonna do now, because I would like to, I mean, it's not that I really want to hide this because it doesn't bother me, but I would like to close this off, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you can see inside, like right here, like you're supposed to be able to see inside, but I feel like this right here would just look a lot more complete if I was to cover that. So what I'm gonna do is hold these little drop pieces up and then kind of trace it on the back. I'm gonna trace it on the back side and then cut it out with my jigsaw so we can screw these up here, and it'll just kind of close that off. Marker, marker, marker. There. Alright, so coming all the way out here, just it didn't look right because it wasn't sitting flush with the bed. So, yeah, if I had that piece right here, it was sitting like this. You know what I mean? So then there was a gap and it just looked goofy. So what I ended up doing was just cutting little inserts that I just put inside of the bed just to close off that open area. And then I was able to put screws into it from this direction to actually hold it there. So that actually came out pretty dope, man. I'm freaking stoked about that. Yeah, I most certainly need to go get some more material. I was measuring it and I'm gonna be just a little bit short, bro. Now, as far as painting it or staining it, what I've come up with that I think that I wanna do that'll probably look pretty cool is I do wanna go get a stain, and then I do wanna clear coat it because I want it to be like shiny, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I need to get a stain or get like lacquer or linseed oil or something, but anyway, I wanna stain it, but I'm gonna stain it after burning it. Well, I'm gonna try on the inside first to see if I like it. So I think that's sick, bro. It just makes the wood grain like pop, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think that's the look for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and go through. I'm just gonna do that to the whole freaking thing. Clean, man. They're wanting to give some super clean out to one of you guys. So basically we're gonna have like a little giveaway and you don't have to purchase anything to enter. Only thing you gotta do is head over to Instagram, make sure you're giving Super Clean a follow, and follow Deadbeat Gear. We're gonna be posting this picture up on the Deadbeat Gear IG. Make sure to drop a like on this picture, comment inside the comment section that you are done, and at the end of the week on Friday, we're gonna pick one of you guys. There's only one winner, and it's in what?
Continental US. So you can't, Alaska, sorry. Hawaii, sorry.
They're giving you free Super Clean, so yeah, make sure and do that. Peace. All right, just got back from Lowe's. I did grab the extra wood that we're gonna end up needing, but I also grabbed a couple cans of this clear lacquer that I'm gonna go ahead and clear coat the wood after we stain it. So I got this Jara brown. I don't know, it just looked like it was kind of a darker stain. I got it in an aerosol can just to make it freaking easy. I just tried it a little bit on a corner down here and just kind of rubbed it in with a rag. So that's kind of what it looks like. I don't know if I completely like it, but it's gonna have to do. All right, I think it'll look a lot better whenever I actually get the whole thing done. I think what I'm not liking right now is just the fact that, for one, it's not shiny, and for two, the whole thing doesn't match right now. So anyhow, I really want to get rid of this light color to the wood. Like, I want it to be dark, you know. So but anyhow, we'll mess with that whenever we actually get the top done. So that's what I want to start on now, is the actual top section of the bar. Alright, the top is finally freaking finished, man. I didn't record a whole lot of like the whole cutting and assembly of this thing. I feel like I have plenty of footage so far, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie, dude, I have come like this close to making this a 2-part video like 3 or 4 times. Now I need to get this thing freaking lifted up and put on top of there. I went ahead and I added these in as well, 3 of them, one right in the center and one on each side, so that we have something that we can put screws through the bottom up into the bottom of that, so that, again, my whole idea here is to go with like not being able to see any screws on the outside. So Well, there it is, man. There's my bar. I need to make room for it now inside of the house. Figure out exactly where it is I'm gonna put it. And we gotta find some bar stools. So now I do want to add more to it probably into the future. Like I think I've mentioned it already that I do want to actually run power to the tail lights to where they light up. But other than that, I also think I would like to get or make like some kind of cool looking L brackets that'll go right here just to add a little bit more detail to it. Maybe like an L bracket that goes right here and it has like a bar that comes down that like you can hang a towel on or something, like a little bar towel. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's like completely different than what we normally do, you know, but it was fun. It was definitely fun to make, and it's one of those satisfying things, dude, that whenever you're done, you just kind of sit back like, that's freaking cool. Like, I made that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, throw it in the comments what you guys think. I do need to come through and clean it really good. It's still dirty from whenever it was, you know, on the truck. Yo guys, I got one hell of a mess inside of my garage I got to get picked up. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please do smash the like button. Peace out, and I'll see you guys on the next one.